Yo, what's good, everybody? Got another Beers with Barton. It is Friday, October 21st, 2022. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. I'm having a pretty good one. It's better, not only because Friday's workday is basically over, because there's a big update here. So last night, watching the game, Cardinals and Saints, rooting for the Saints, watch my fantasy teams. And it's about 11 o'clock. Michaela got home from dance about 9:30. She got herself a little snack and then had to finish up some homework. So it was about 10:30-ish till she was done. Definitely a later night than normal. And then she's getting herself ready for bed, shower, and all that good stuff. And it's about 11:15, and she's getting ready to go to bed, which it's normally, 10-ish by that time. Anyways, I'm dozing off on the couch. I can hear Jess and Michaela trying to finish up. I'm like, all right, let me just get myself ready for bed. Jess came down to grab something and said, hey, are you going to go to bed or are you going to fall asleep on the couch? And I was like, I'm going to go to bed. Good call. I was exhausted from yesterday. Get Potter outside, head upstairs, say goodnight to Michaela. Love you, mean it, all that good stuff. So get myself ready for bed. So it's almost 11:30. Checking my fantasy scores, checking the interwebs, the socials, and all of a sudden, my text messages absolutely explode. So I'm on a handful of different text threads for like different fantasy leagues, and then somebody's at home. And all that good stuff, but it just went crazy from all these different threads. And I'm like, wow, like 32 messages in like 2 minutes. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm getting ready. I was literally about to turn over, plug my phone in, and go to sleep because it's almost 11:30. And had a busy morning. Had to get Michaela to school. Had a barber at 9 o'clock. As you can see, I'm looking fresh, y'all. What's up? And originally we had planned to take Potter to doggy daycare for the day, just let him play. He was going to stay the night because we're going to have people over to play cards that got changed. So I was just going to let him play for the day, tire himself out. But he's been licking himself raw on his IV place. So, we have it wrapped. And he acts like he has a broken leg. So we decided to cancel. Anyways, long story short, phone going crazy. Started to go through, see all these text messages. It says, wow, crazy. This is insane. What does it mean? What did they get? What is the compensation? And I'm just like, what is going on? It's got to be fantasy related. It's got to be football related, something. First I thought it was just fantasy, like trades amongst managers in. Long story short, find out about 11:30 that the San Francisco 49ers have traded for superstar running back Christian McCaffrey, who plays for my hometown Panthers, or used to, but he went to college in Stanford, the Yay area, and our new stadium's in Santa Clara, which is about 90 miles south of San Francisco, because San Francisco wouldn't build him a stadium, and it's about 10 minutes away from Stanford University. So he's not from that area. I think he grew up in Colorado. His dad, Ed McCaffrey, played as a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos that was coached by Mike Shanahan, and now he is on a team as a running back that is coached by Mike Shanahan's son, Kyle, the head coach of the Niners, and Ed McCaffrey's son, Christian, is there. And there's a funny story that Kyle Shanahan, the current 49ers coach, I think he's in his mid-40s. He's not that much older than me. I think McCaffrey's 26, so he's probably 18, 20 years older than McCaffrey. Would babysit him at times when his dad was playing football. Anyways, he's coming home. The Niners did give up a lot for him. Apparently, the Panthers wanted 2 first-round picks for a superstar running back that's 26 years old. It's his 6th year in the league, and he's been injury-prone. He only played 10 of the last 33 games last 2 seasons. He's been pretty healthy this year. Hasn't missed any time. Been nicked up a little bit, but he looks like he's getting back. Probably wasn't going to happen. The Rams were interested. Yuck. The Bills were interested. Would have been fun. And the Chiefs, what I heard. And the Niners. So it kind of came out. The Niners didn't have a first-round pick next year. As part of it's the last year, we don't have a pick for the Trey Lance trade from a couple years ago. So they gave a second, a third, and a fourth next year, and then a fifth in 2024, which sounds like a lot. It is a lot. But the Niners had some compensatory picks. Anyways, they got some picks from the NFL because some of their coaches who are minority coaches got head coaching jobs or moved on. So they had a bunch of extra third round picks. Anyways, long story short, it's a lot of picks. I get it, but holy cow, Christian McCaffrey healthy in this offense with Deebo Samuels and Kittle and Ayuk. Now you add McCaffrey, which the Niners haven't had a running back that's been like, a dual receiving and running threat for probably, since Roger Craig in the 80s, I think. Like, Raheem Mostert was great. I mean, Frank Gore was phenomenal. I cannot forget him. And he was great out of the backfield, but he was more of a downhill, in the middle, kind of punch you in the mouth kind of runner. He wasn't as much as a receiver. I mean, this guy is like the Marshall Faulk. He's the third running back ever to have 1,000 receiving yards and 1,000 rushing yards in the same season. I think he did it in 2017. That was his first year, so maybe it's 2018. Anyways, regardless, the guy's an absolute stud. Hopefully he's healthy. He's in the Bay Area. His Twitter said, he's back home, which is so cool. It's pending a physical, but it should be good. So see how much he plays this weekend against the Chiefs. Probably not a ton. May have a package. I mean, he's a running back. He's smart. He's good, but he should be ready next week for the big Rams game, which is huge. So I'm excited about it. This is a type of trade the Niners haven't done in the past. The Rams did the big Stafford deal and the Von Miller deal and the OBJ deal. So they went all in last year, and they don't have picks for probably 3 years, relevant picks. So they've mortgaged the future for the now. The Niners are kind of in that window. They've got the number one defense, ton of injuries, but, that's part of football. And they've got an above-average offense, even with Jimmy G. You love him or hate him, I don't care. I'm fine with him, but he's not explosive. He's not going to necessarily win you some games, but he's won a lot of games based on the defense. And with a healthy Deebo, Ayuk, Kittle, and you add someone like this, this offense could take off. It could be a top 10 offense for sure. And then you have a top 3 defense. Like, this could be a Super Bowl team. Let's see in the next couple of weeks how we get these injuries back. The NFC is kind of wide open. I know the Eagles are 6-0 and the Giants are 5-1, but the majority of the teams are 3-3, including the Niners, and had some bad losses like we have, and had some good wins like we have. So it's interesting. The AFC, I think it's the Bills and Chiefs. The Bills just beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, and if all goes well, they'll probably be the number 1 seed. So it feels like it's the Bills, but if we're healthy, I think we can play against anyone, including the Bills. We'll have to see how it all shakes itself out, but I'm excited about it. This could be the missing piece that we needed, and we'll go from there. So excited about it. It's Friday, which makes me always excited. Got a good weekend planned, but Christian McCaffrey, CmC, the number 1 overall fantasy pick for the last 4 or 5 years. All of the last 2 have sucked. I picked the number 1 in one league, and instead of JT, Jonathan Taylor, and I've been happy. He hasn't been the number 1, but he's been healthy and he's played, so it's exciting. He's for real football. He's going to add a lot, and I think Kyle Shanahan's a phenomenal coach and can use his players well. And it takes that pressure away from Deebo to have to play in the backfield. He can be more of a receiver. There's just more weapons, and that's perfect for Jimmy G. He gets the ball out quick, and the Niners are known for short, quick passes behind the line, screens, slants, and then yak yards after the catch. So this is perfect. I'm excited. We'll see how it plays this week. He may be limited. But the following week against the Rams, he should be full speed. And as long as he's healthy, I cannot wait. So cheers. What a special one. Could you imagine? Yeah, I could. I could imagine Christian McCaffrey in a 49ers jersey because it's happening. And our defense has been good for years and years and years and years and years. It's what took us to the Super Bowl 2019. Jimmy G played well. I mean, we were 9-0. He made some big throws against the Saints. Missed an open Emmanuel Sanders that would have won us the Super Bowl. But, he played well. But the offense wasn't explosive. It was just very good, methodical, ran the ball, didn't turn the ball over, which is fine. You can win football games. The defense was dominant. Defense may be better this year, full healthy. So, and I think the offense is obviously way more explosive. I'm excited about it. Could you imagine? IPA, 6.5, Christian McCaffrey. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Cheers. That's delicious. It tastes like Friday night. And I'm having to work for a couple days and worrying about Monday on Monday. So excited about it. Christian McCaffrey's coming to town. He's landed in San Fran. And man, it makes me so happy. So we'll see what happens. Fantasy, I mean, if he gets up to speed, I mean, he was dominant for the Panthers, who have almost been irrelevant offensively for the last couple of years. And he was still a top, 5 guy when he played, top 3. In San Francisco, with that defense, with all those other weapons, with a really good coach, man, he could be nuclear. So I'm excited about it, see what happens. I care way less about my fantasy team than I do my real team right now because I'm pumped. I know Niners are only 3-3. They had some bad losses. The Bears in the opening weekend, I know it was a monsoon. To the crappy Denver Broncos, 11-10. And then dropped an egg this past week in Atlanta, 28-14. Defense, we're down 7 of 11 starters. But, hey, a lot of guys are dealing with injuries or teams. So, hopefully we'll get some guys back, including Bosa. We'll get Trent Williams back, the best offensive tackle in all of football. And that's only going to help McCaffrey and Garoppolo and all these guys. So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. The Chiefs are a tall task. We're an underdog at home. It's not going to be easy, but if we can steal a win, I'd be happy. But if we don't, hopefully we're ready and healthy for the Rams in Week 8. That's a big game. We've already beat them once. You can beat them twice and go into the bye, and you're 4-4. Can survive it and have 2 wins against the Rams and 1 against Seattle, and then you can just get healthier and healthier for Week 10 through 17. I'm here for it. See what happens. Go Niners. Christian McCaffrey may have to buy his jersey now. Cheers. All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your Friday. Had a great weekend. Hopefully you're as excited as I am. Christian McCaffrey, a San Francisco 49er, signed through 2025. Oh, so exciting. Until next time, adeuces.